Hi folks, Bob Collins for Diver Supply. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 of Aqua Lung's many available fins for 2023. Now, as you can see from the choices that I've got here, Aqua Lung is back into color. Now, a few years ago, color was rampant across fins and BCs and wetsuits and that sort of thing. And then colors kind of went away for a while. And now they're back with a vengeance. Many of the manufacturers out there have come out with some beautiful colors. And I chose these 3. These are available in virtually an all black, but I went ahead and chose these because of the color choices that are out there. What I've got is, this is the Aqua Lung Storm, this is the Storm Max, and this is Aqua Lung's Phazer. Now, different applications for these fins. These fins are all mediums. So when you look at the sizing on this, you're gonna see that they're pretty much meant for different situations. So the Storm would be maybe for a more petite person or maybe a child, that sort of thing. It's got the shorter blade. The Storm Max is going to be a nice travel fin. It's not quite as long as what you see on the Phazer. So when you look at them, what you're seeing is some different types of materials used in them. And we've seen with some of the other manufacturers that a product called monprene, not monoprene, but monprene has become fairly popular in fin production. So the Storm and the Storm Max are produced out of monprene, and they come with silicone bungees, not rubber bungees, but silicone or silicone rubber bungees, and they've both got this really nice pad on the end. Now on the Storm, and I'm going to get a kind of a close-up here in just a second, when you look at the finger pull, it's really nicely sized. It's got a decent sized pad on the bungee, but it's not as significant or pronounced as what you're going to see on the Storm Max and on the Phazer, and I'll show you those. When you look at the bottom of the Storm, again, it's just a straight monoprene type material across. It's got a decent amount of stiffness to it, so even though it's a shorter fin, smaller fin, because it's stiffer, it's going to give you some fairly good propulsion. As you can see, it's got rails which help direct the water off the end of the fin, as you see right here, and rails here in the bottom. Now it's got some texturing, but there's no difference in the material. It's just straight monprene. Now when we look at the Storm Max, it also is monprene. You can see a similar type of design with the rails and the tips, similar to what we've seen in some of the other fins out there, and is becoming pretty popular. We've got a vent right here in the dead spot. And one of the things that's kind of interesting for this particular fin, this little white indicator right here delineates the size of the fin, which means this is a medium. And if you see different colored inserts, it indicates an extra small or a large or 2X or whatever it happens to be. It also has a kind of a serration on the bottom. It's not necessarily a non-slip type product, but very, very nice looking fin. The pad on the finger pull is pretty pronounced. Now, that's kind of nice when you think about it. Some of these that are spring straps or some of these other bungees, they have a very, very small pad on it. So when you put it on the back of your foot, if it rides up too much on that tendon, it can be fairly uncomfortable. So having that nice pad is going to make this fin a lot more comfortable. Now the Phazer, the thing about the Phazer is Aqua Lung says it's got tri-material construction, TRI construction. And you can see that it's got, they don't say exactly what the product is, but one of the things we're going to see is this is a very flexible type of fin blade. So the rails are fairly stiff, and these little indentations that you see right here, or this design with the different materials run through here, they say that when you bend the fin and you kick against it, this has a reactive type of benefit to it and such. So again, the rails are nice and tall to keep the water from rolling off, both in the down kick and the up kick that you see there. It has a vent in the dead spot, like you see my finger sticking through right there. When we take a look at the bottom of the foot pocket, there is a plastic type material, and then we have a more rubberized material. I think this would probably be better on a boat surface, like a fiberglass boat surface, if you happen to be trying to move around with fins on. So I think that would be somewhat of a benefit. And when we look at the bungee, and again, this is a silicone bungee, silicone rubber bungee, and the foot pad and the finger pull is really nice and big and would spread that, the pull of the bungee across the back of your heel. So I think that would probably be pretty comfortable. And the foot pocket is not quite as stiff feeling. I think the Monprene has a little stiffer feel to it, but this has got this rubberized foot pocket here, and you can kind of see inside there what I'm talking about. I'll try to get some good light in there so you can see what I'm talking about. But the Phazer, good looking piece, a bunch of different colors. I think this one comes in, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's like 10 or 12 different colors. And of course, these come in just a wide variety of colors. I'm going to put a link down below so you can take a look at that and see some of the different colors, that sort of thing, the pricing. But these are probably going to be pretty popular and have been pretty popular for 2023. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply. If you haven't already subscribed, reach down and hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you watching. Dive safe out there. Thanks again.